Hey guys, I'm back here and I wanted to make a video show you my plow I bought last fall. Yeah, it would have been, I think it was November. It's Oliver. You can see there, 566, which I know the sticker's mostly gone, but if you look at that last number there, you can tell it's a 6 if you look at this one too. So it's a 566, 5 bottom, 16 inch, and yeah, last fall I was just scrolling through Craigslist there and I saw this on there, and it was a picture in some guy's pasture, and the front end here, well, the jack stand was sunk in the ground. You can see over there that was sunk down in the ground, and this was in like right on the ground, and he said it was sitting there for about 20 years. But I saw on there he only wanted $250 for it, which I couldn't pass that up because it's a 5 bottom 16 inch. That's a pretty good size, I mean decent sized plow. So anyways, I called the guy and asked him when I could go pick it up and everything, and I went out there and paid him $250 for it. So the moldboards here, they look new, like they're painted, but I put some waste oil on them today because since it was sitting for so long, they had surface rust all over them. So I took the wire wheel on the grinder and ground them down until they were starting to get shiny, and then I put waste oil on them. But I had to put new shins on and new shares here, and the reason they look like they've been used already because they were. I don't know if you can see out there, but you can see a couple passes I did out there. Tested it out after I put them on, see how good it would work. Because the ones that were on it, I'd show you what they looked like, but they're in the shed. But they were shot. These ones are down here. They were worn about here. They were worn down like probably 3/4 of the size these are. Back here was rounded off to probably like that. And these had big old grooves running into them. And the groove ran up into here on the moldboard, and it had a little bit of a groove, so I went and welded that back in and ground it down smooth, so can't really tell that was there anymore. But the moldboards, they're in pretty good shape yet. They got quite a bit of life left on them, which doesn't really matter because, which is good though, because I'm not going to use it that much, so I'll never have to replace them. But overall, I mean, obviously the paint's not the greatest on it, but for $250, I don't know if you can get a whole lot better. And all the springs, the bolts I run through here, I put new bolts in there because here, I'll show you how they are. On these ones, the front one wasn't so bad, but on these ones where the bolt slides in through here, like when the spring decompresses, where it slides in, it would rub on here inside the hole, and it was wearing the bolt thinner. So I went and put all new bolts in these, and I had to get one new spring. And they're kind of, I mean, they're not the worst thing to change out, but they aren't very fun because you gotta take this all apart here and get this propped up somehow, and then try to slide it out diagonally through there, and then it's just kind of a pain because you gotta try and get a wrench in here to hold the bolt too. But these are the dished coulters. I don't know the technical name for them, but they're not the straight blades, they're the dished ones, and they're at an angle like you would expect. It's got the depth wheel on here like 5 bottoms got. They must have took this off a white plow or something because it's got red paint and it's got some green over top of it. They must have painted it. When I got it, it didn't have a tire on here, but because the guy said he needed a tire at some point, so he just took the tire off and left the rim on there. But I have a Oliver 3 bottom plow that I just took that off and threw it on here for the time being because I need some new moldboards for that, which I can wait for another day. This cylinder I just took off. We had an old John Deere planter, 7000 planter that we got rid of a couple years ago, and this came with it when we bought it for some reason, and we kept it when we sold it, so I just put that on there. And I have this set up to go on our International 1066, so I had to, well, the way this is, how these come up here. They used to be flipped down, and then so they were flipped down, and this was slid over one hole. So what I did, since they're flipped down, I just flipped the whole thing over like this, which would have been like, which makes it like this, and then I moved it over one hole so the hitch was over that way, because we don't have our 1066 set on 38-inch rows, so I had to move that over. And then I moved this over that way 2 inches. And the reason I had to make it so these were flipped up is because otherwise the 3-point wouldn't go down low enough, I don't think. Which, yeah, I don't think it would have went down low enough. And then I had to move this up one hole to give it 2 more inches. So technically I made it so the 3-point has to go down 4 less inches. So that way I can go a lot deeper with the plow if I want to. And so yeah, when I tried it out in the field there, it worked pretty good. So yeah, in about a week and a half or 2 weeks, once it gets dried out a little more here, I'll be plowing up some of the hay field, and you guys will have to stay tuned, and I'll have a video of that for you. So till next time, guys, I'll see you later.